Whereas with diet, you can make some dietary changes, principle based, like stop eating junk food every day and just eat 2 pieces of junk food on Friday and 2 pieces of junk food on Saturday. Just that alone is sustainable. Your body, as long as these are filling foods, a lot of veggies, fruits, whole grains, lean meats, you're not hungry. You're just like, damn it, I want a bag of chips. That's not a reason. That is mostly psychological, it's not physiological. And thus, dieting is just able to take bigger chunks out of your calorie balance equation without completely destroying it. That has limits as well. You can't diet forever, so you have to take it in chunks. Another thing is this: in order to burn a lot of calories, to lose a lot of weight, you got to do some serious work. The average person will burn something like 100 to 150 calories per mile run. Oh my God, you start thinking about it, like a donut has 300 calories. How fast, Stephen, can you eat a donut if I time you?
5 seconds.
No problem. Boom. You going to run 3 miles after you eat each donut?
No.
It's insane. So taking your diet, cleaning it up, reducing the junk, reducing the calories is not that hard. But if you try to fight off the nasty extra junk food calories you're taking in with exercise, it's kind of like a 3-to-1 fight. You eat 2 donuts at your work function after work, you got 6 miles to run that day. Nobody doing that. And that's why diet is such a huge factor. It's so easy to do quote unquote damage with it. And it's much easier to take control of it versus with exercise. The boundary layers are just smaller. And what you would have to do to fight the bad diet is just grotesquely large and outside of those boundary layers.
I think this a lot because I think people typically assume that the way to lose weight is to go do a run.
Yeah.
That's typically, you'll see people in the gym, and if you ask someone why they're on the running machine, they'll probably say, I'm trying to lose some weight.
Yeah. It helps a little bit. But if you run and you burn 200 calories extra per day, 3 days per week, that is 600 extra calories you're burning through the week. That's good stuff. You can lose some decent weight like that.
Aren't you just going to be more hungry, though, afterwards?
Typically, exercise does not dependably increase your hunger in most people. So depending on the context and the individual, it's not a dependable thing to say that doing more exercise necessarily makes you more hungry, which is kind of cool because usually you're not really any more hungry. And if you stick consistently exercise, but you control your diet, you're good to go. However,
is there a psychological component to that where because I've done the run, I now feel like I deserve it?
Oh, yeah. That's huge. And some people do have a hunger response, but what you put in your body after that could be really healthy stuff that doesn't have a ton of calories, is really filling, or it could be like, we're done running, pizza and beer, and then that's really bad news. But real quick, so let's say you're burning 600 calories extra per week by running 2 miles at a time or whatever. You run an extra 4 miles per week, right? 600 calories per week. Okay, what is that? Well, to burn a pound of body fat, you need to get 3,500 calories per week out of your diet, or do 3,500 extra calories of activity per week. 600's a drop in the bucket to that. You'll never notice. I mean, yeah, after a year, you'll lose like 2 or 3 pounds or 5 pounds or whatever. Nobody thinks in terms like that. But if they were to simply alter their diet and keep training to keep the calorie burn at a moderate to high level, but take food out of their diet, especially through junk food, the total calorie sink deficit they can make for themselves is now in the hundreds of calories per day. Now you're losing a pound of fat every week.